Start stream. Okay, so normally I wait for like one or two people to join in the stream before we start talking, so just give it a minute. Now I have to go to my channel real quick, go get the stream link, and then that's it. So let's go do that right now.
Alright.
Okay, here we go. Stream link, copy, tweet. Cool. What's up, Super Shell? Alright, we already have quite a few people here. Okay. Okay, we're running smoothly, I guess. Okay. Close. Music. Okay. Are you guys ready to start?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to the Sonic Adventure podcast. So, we are joined by... Introduce yourself, goddammit!
Hey, it's the momentum. User from Twitter.
The guy with clout.
Thank you. I am a breathing thing for coming here for me.
Okay, that's Matti Cole.
Okay. Welcome everyone. My name is Matti. Alex Sonic, I guess.
And Spider-Man. And, there's SonicM over there. He's not gonna talk. He's lost breathing. Okay. So, we're gonna be starting off with Sonic Adventure. I can barely hear one of them. It's probably Momentum, because his fucking ass is so quiet. Here, I'll turn down the music a little bit. Okay. I turned down the music to, like, the lowest it can be possibly. Okay. So, let's start out with Sonic Adventure story. Sonic Crafter King, this is not a new thing. I have already done a Sonic Unleashed podcast. Colton, please tell me if you can hear everyone else pretty good. Okay, everyone, can y'all, like, start talking? It's not just me, because now I feel like I'm talking to a wall.
What's going on, guys? It's me, the CuriBox12, back with another Realm of the Mad God podcast now.
Yeah, this podcast is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh no.
Alright, guys.
Okay,
See ya. No.
let's just start. Okay, Sonic Adventure 1. What do we think about the story?
I feel like it's very well structured with all the tools that they use to continue the story, especially with like Froggy. Although it seems a very dumb addition, I feel like it's pretty creative to use it as a plot point where he gets the emerald and Eggman has to find them and then all the rest.
Yeah, I like how when you're like, let's say for example you're playing Sonic and you have to fight him in the jungle area where he's like, give me the emerald now. And he's like, no way. And then like when you play as Tails, Eggman has different text saying, well, you're gonna regret that. I like how there's like different situations or different like texts depending on which character you're playing as. So it's fun to see stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that detail, especially like because it avoids repetition from other characters.
Yeah, it's not just repetition, exactly. And then I like certain things where like each character has their own thing, like Sonic gets Emerald Coast, but like a full on stage. You get Knuckles who has a Chaos 3 fight, I think, when he sees Eggman, I think, in like the hotel.
Yeah.
Although it's a very weird boss fight. I think that with Knuckles and Sonic and Tails like intertwining, I don't know if that's a real word. I think that's really interesting to see both sides of the story where Knuckles gets tricked by Eggman,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I think that because of that, we just kind of see the same thing again, even though it's different dialogue.
I like to see how Eggman. What was I gonna say? Eggman had special text for each individual character, even for like Amy or Big. When he's talking about "give me that flicky," or you could see how evil Dr. Robotnik is, like, in the Omega story. You could see him destroying all the other robots because only Omega or Gamma brought him what he wanted.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I love that line in Tails' story where um he goes like, "Oh wait, before I make mincemeat out of you," like, cause Tails naturally perceives Eggman more threatening than Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I also like
yeah.
I also like the like how they added character to Knuckles, like with the King and Five and all.
That's true. Shadowbanks said in the chat that it was funny how Eggman always nabbed the emeralds, like when Sonic and Knuckles were fighting in the jungle. I like things like
Yeah,
in Tails' story near the end. Tails is his own hero, unlike Force's Tails, but we're not gonna talk about that. Hey JC. I like how he was his own hero, and like it shows Tails is like growing up, and he doesn't need Sonic for everything. He was his own hero, and I love that about the story.
Yeah, I actually love that. I wish that the newer games could like continue that storyline or expand upon it, like just like how SA2 did it. Like
Hmm.
when you remember.
Yeah, like he stood up for Amy in SA2, but we'll get
Yeah.
to that later. But what I don't like is like in the new games, for example, Forces, he sees Chaos Zero, even though Tails fought Chaos 4 in
Two.
yeah, no, in Adventure
No,
1, he fought Chaos 4. And then when we see Chaos Zero and Forces, Tails is like bends over and says Sonic. Like, bro, what? And Adventure is timeline canon, so it's not like it's not canon or anything.
For what reason is chaos right there? I mean,
Yeah, Dean Bristow did an amazing job. It's kind of a shame that he passed away. R.I.P.
I also
Yeah.
think Amy's storyline is kind of interesting, although her levels are
Suck. They suck.
I also
That-
like Amy levels. I don't know why. They have a different sense of momentum.
Only level I liked in Amy's story was like the it was like, what was the stage? I keep forgetting all the stages, but it's like Amy would have this whole haunted area, like this whole haunted mansion area that she would have to go through in this like carnival area.
Twinkle Park?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it's Twinkle Park.
Yeah, Twinkle Park. That's right. I don't know why I forgot the stage name, but she would have this like whole haunted mansion section when running away from that robot. It's green. And the thing what I didn't like was that he was so slow to the point where like nothing happened if he caught you. It's like you would lose rings and that's it. It's like not even a threat.
Yeah,
It's
that's kind
still
that's kind of something. That's kind of something that I would love to see like improve if there's ever
A remake. Yeah. So do you
Uh,
guys want to
I
move on to
also
voice
think it was
acting?
really cool that she was just running from this robot for the entire 4 stages that she plays, and at the end when she's backed up into a corner, she doesn't keep running away. She fights him and stands up for herself, and I think that's really important for especially like secondary characters like Tails and Amy. You know, character progression. That's my favorite thing about stories. So I have a special sweet spot for that.
It's kind of example like with Shadow, how at first he kept calling Sonic fake or doing crimes, but at the end he sacrificed himself because he remembered what Maria taught him. Stuff like that is always cool to see. Character progression, especially if like someone starts out bad and turn out good in the end. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
So good.
Ryan,
Why is that like? I'm not that big a fan of Adventure One story purely because of the presentation. It's just like, oh yeah, lame.
I like that the way that Ryan voiced Sonic. Like he gave him that attitude, like that sass that
Yeah.
Sonic was described to have in the comics, and especially that Jill had when he voiced Sonic in the Sad AM and stuff like that.
I still think Ramon is the best Sonic voice in my opinion. I think he's perfect for the role.
Who's perfect for the role?
Like, yeah, I love Personally. the end.
Honestly, I feel like if Ryan was to, like, let's say Ryan, for example, continued to voice Sonic, I feel like because he's been voicing Sonic for so long, by the time, let's say, he voices Sonic in Unleashed, for example, if Ryan was to voice him, he would sound like an older Sonic that's more mature. Now, I think it would have been cool, but I love Jason, obviously. My
Yeah,
man
yeah,
noticed
me
me.
too.
My man noticed me. I can die happy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, be
Jason love
jealous.
Jason.
Be jealous.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you guys...
Jason, I think is probably just like a whole other level over Ryan Drummond because although Ryan Drummond has this attitude, I feel like Jason covers all the emotions for Sonic better.
Yeah,
definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, because Ryan Drummond, he was really good on being, corny 90s Sonic, but I don't think he was very good with other emotions other than being corny. And then Jason, when he came, with Shadow the Hedgehog, although he was very corny in that as well.
There were
Yeah.
some things
So,
that... There were some things that you could notice in cutscenes, for example, where, like, when they got to the egg airship or whatever, when Tails was saying noticing something, Sonic kind of like lowered his like eyelids a little bit and is like whatever. He kind of ignored it, and then Tails is like, I hate it when he does that to me or whatever. I love stuff like that, showing his attitude or the way Sonic acts.
Yeah. But I still love Jason. I also like how he improved upon like the game. Like when he started in Shadow, he was in No 6 he was okay, and then in Unleashed and Black Knight he was like really great.
Uh
You
huh.
know,
Yeah.
like I love
Also,
I
I
love
think
his,
the
his
reason
performance in Unleashed. He gets so great in that game.
Also, I think the reason why his acting, voice acting in '06 was meh was probably because of the scripts that they gave him.
Yeah,
So,
no, honestly, we can say that even for Roger Craig Smith, who currently voices Sonic, it's not his fault. He doesn't make Sonic sound horrible. He makes Sonic sound older, which is supposed to happen because Sonic's older now. But it's also just scripting. For example, Lost World, horrible scripting. That's why it sounded
Oh yeah,
horrible.
I hate that story. That game story. Like, man, I hate it so
I
much.
don't like the idea of Eggman and Sonic teaming up because they're supposed to be enemies, not like neighbors. You know, like sometimes they'll team up, sometimes they'll hate each other. It's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I feel faded. But one things that surprises me that in like in for example in Wreck-It Ralph and in Wreck-It Ralph 2, Roger sounds like actually pretty decent there.
What do you guys think about the
Wait,
final story?
that's because he's more like Boom Sonic in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger has the perfect voice for Boom Sonic.
that's also why I feel like that Sonic Racing mobile game, like when you went like, "What's up, Sonic Squad?" it sounds natural because it sounds like Boom Sonic, and Boom Sonic fits Roger's voice.
Yeah, like I don't think I could
Yeah,
see
basically.
I don't think I could see JL, Ryan, or even Jason voicing Boom Sonic. Like that was made for Roger.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What do you guys think about the final story with Super Sonic in perfect chaos after he absorbs all 7 Chaos Emeralds?
it was
I
cooler
like
in
it.
Generations.
Not even the game we were doing a podcast about.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
But, I yeah.
all I
played
like.
Generations when I was a kid, and I really loved the Chaos Boss fight. And when I first played Adventure and did the Supersonic story, it had like a nostalgia feeling for it, even though I never played Sonic Adventure when I was a kid. So
Like
it definitely has that
like
90s style.
I mean, you were talking about Generations. I like how Sonic had when he got older, he doesn't need his super form to beat a perfect chaos because that shows how much more powerful he's gotten since then.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tails is the opposite.
Yeah, Tails needs super form to beat even like the first boss from Green Hill Zone. All right, so you guys have anything else you want to say about the story, or do you guys down to move on to voice acting?
Who's giving voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with Sonic. Obviously, we talked a little bit about how we liked how he gave Sonic an attitude, but is there anything else you guys like about Ryan Drummond voicing Sonic?
In it.
Like, yeah, it just fits. He's like the right corny Sonic.
Yeah, but too bad. Like Taylor is kind of bad in this game. Oh, it's really bad. Same goes with Barry.
I mean, he's worse than Shuffle.
So I haven't seen him in Shuffle yet. So
Mm,
I've literally only seen Shuffle from Theater Netter, and I, I don't think I like the game.
yeah.
I would try it though. I don't know. The voice acting in Sonic Adventure is pretty good. It's just that the pacing in the cutscenes are so slow that it makes the voice acting itself feel slow. But
Yeah.
the subs by themselves are pretty good.
What do you guys think about Corey Bringus voicing Tails?
Yeah.
I think he did a pretty solid job. Honestly.
Thank you for blessing
Nothing
me,
too
Shadow.
voice. I think that Tails' voice in
can't
Sonic
tell.
Adventure was too young. Like it sounded like he was just a dumb little
Honestly, I feel like they should have kept the same voice actor instead of giving the role to his little brother, cause
I mean,
it didn't work for me. I feel like if they kept the same voice actor, we'd have something we're familiar with, instead of having Bringus's little brother play Sonic, or not Sonic, Tails.
well, I
Shuffle.
personally couldn't tell the difference between those two in between SE1 and 6. So
There was a kid on someone's local television station that matched his voice perfectly. That's nice.
And overall, Tails probably had the problem with Tails in every game except is that he either has good characterization or
He's a
good
pussy.
voice actor.
Yeah, true.
I mean, pretty much after Unleashed, because I feel like Unleashed was the last good game where he wasn't heavily reliant on Sonic, because he had the tornado, he had the tablet, he was talking to Professor Pickle, he did his own things. I think Unleashed was the last game where Tails was his own character, because even in Generations you could see he's like, Sonic, go do this, when clearly if it would probably be faster if classic Tails and modern Tails went to go help them. So it'd be kind of a Sonic 2 scenario where you have Tails following you or something like that. Somewhat, I don't know. Because there was no reason why they couldn't help. There was nothing technological they had to do. They were just waiting there. And Lost World, do I even need to talk about Lost World? Jesus.
We don't talk about Lost World Tales.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't talk about Tails past 2008, actually. Tails became my least favorite character after 2008. That's all I'm going to say.
yeah,
Wait, what? Okay, I was gonna bring up Shadow the Hedgehog Tales, but that's not the game we're talking about. So
What do you guys think about Knuckles?
This is the Shadow
Knuckles
the
is
Hedgehog
good.
podcast guy.
Knuckles is good, and he is a knucklehead.
Quantum 11,
it
welcome to the
makes, it
stream.
makes sense because in the voice clips themselves, you can see that Knuckles doesn't have many more emotions other than rage when when Sonic's stealing his emeralds.
I like how I was watching a video where they were saying that Knuckles is in peace. He's a chill guy, but only if he knows that he's next to the Master Emerald and it's safe. Because if not, he's on a riot. Because in the beginning of the Knuckles story, you could see he's by the Master Emerald, and he's just like, "What is the point of my life? Why am I here?" He's questioning why he's the protector, and he's the last of his Echidna tribe. And so
Wait, really?
yeah, literally. That's why they had the whole Tikal story with Knuckles, and that's why I love that you go into Knuckles' past, and he's not even helping. He doesn't give two craps about anything in the story with Eggman. He just cares about the Emerald, and you can see the same thing in Adventure 2 when Rouge tries to steal the Master Emerald. He gets pissed off after finding out that he could restore the emeralds when he has all the pieces. He broke it, and I mean, it just shows that Knuckles is a chill guy, but only if he's next to the Master Emerald, so it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knuckles' voice in SA1 was okay in my opinion. I think Scott Dreyer did a way better job in SA2.
Yeah, definitely.
But Michael McGon, the one in SA1, was okay. He did the voice fine, but all I can remember is, oh no.
Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle means
Oh
Knuckles the
no.
series.
Personally,
Oh,
I like Knuckles voice in SJ1.
you know, I like that line actually as well in the song, Unknown From Me, Knuckles' theme song in Adventure. I like where he says, unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle, because, like, you know, he's serious. I like that.
What happened to it when it went to Sonic Adventure 2? It just turned into a mix from Sonic Adventure 1 into rap. And
Mystery Boy, a lot of people don't like SADX or the director's cut version of Sonic Adventures because the models look too plasticky, and then there is some more glitches in the new versions than the Dreamcast, and most people prefer the Dreamcast models, which there's mods for
Yeah,
that.
me too.
So like when I play Adventure, I have the
Yeah,
Dreamcast model on.
and also the lining is kind of sucks in the DX version.
Yeah, but like my issue with like DX is that like people like say it's like it goes from an 8 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10 just because
Oh,
of the
come on,
like
that's
the
not.
That's not true.
That's just exaggerating actually.
Yeah.
yeah it's like
It,
it's not
it,
that bad. It's still a very functional game. It's still
yeah,
Sonic Adventure.
it's
You want to talk
it's just
plasticky? Look at Sonic Heroes' Sonic model. Jesus.
it's good.
I don't like it only because it's too like how do I put it? Sonic looks like a damn toy. Like he looks like a Barbie. He's so plasticky. He glows
he looks
everywhere.
like an amiibo.
Amiibo.
It's alright, Iverson. We just started. We're only on voice acting. We have a list to continue going. And speaking of that, what do you guys think of the controls? Like homing attack, spin dash. What do you guys think?
Oh, Sonic controls
Wait,
so
when you
well
were talking-
in 3D.
For
I think
Sonic,
because every character doesn't have many moves, having just one action button is pretty good.
yeah, especially now that we have modern day controls which have like 5 or more buttons, it's definitely perfect.
Yeah. But Sonic Adventure. Okay, no, wait. Yeah, I was gonna talk about Sonic Adventure 2 controls, but nah.
Well, I like how smooth Sonic is, like how Sonic control how his jump can be floaty or not depending on how long you press the button. And how
Yeah.
you help like with platforming.
What do you guys think about the camera? Honestly I didn't like the camera in SA1. It was
I like it.
the camera was kind of bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the camera was hard to control, especially if you played Lost World. It was super hard.
Uh, no, the levels I have the most trouble is sky deck. Like
Oh
flying
my
there.
god, yes.
Skydeck.
Like
Ah,
you know the snake in do you guys know like that
I
snake
like that.
the snake in the water from the level Lost World? I always feel like I'm gonna fall off the thing unless I keep moving.
Yeah, same. Like I always have the feeling that I'm gonna die for some reason.
what?
Yeah, but, like,
Which
the
part of
overall
Lost World?
Like the
The
snake
one
in the
with the
water.
snake.
In the water.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have
this-
to press. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Lost World has
that-
no camera control. It's super annoying.
But yeah, I think that because they have simple moves and not many stuff to do, not much to do, I think an action button is fine. Except for the light dash. The light dash being on the same, like having to hold
The spin
li-
dash.
to charge it
Yeah.
is kind of dumb.
I
I don't get how they did get it right until like Shao the Hedgehog, where they kind of got it right by putting on the spin dash, and then they finally got it right in where they mapped it to a separate button on its own.
yeah, like with triangle on the Xbox or on PlayStation or Y for Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys like about Adventure?
Sonic Store.
Sonic Story. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I only enjoyed 3 out of the 6 stories that you can play, which was Sonic, Knuckles, and Gamma. Those were the only stories I really enjoyed too well. Tails,
Oh.
no, not Tails, because Tails was literally just Sonic's levels, and you had to race Sonic, and that wasn't really fun because the levels were designed for Sonic, so literally you can fly through most of the levels.
Yeah, there wasn't much game behind it. It's just flying for everything.
Yeah, so I didn't like Tails' story. It would have been nice if he had his own levels where like you were recommended to fly for a certain time and make the levels harder. not even the last level for Tails was difficult. I mean, he had a useless spin attack, I guess, which was cool, but you never used it or never needed it. I didn't like how Tails lost his ability to spin dash. He should have kept that ability. He can roll, but that's it. Oh yeah. Quantum just made a good point. Speed Highway was actually a really good stage for Tails. I didn't mind that one. That was a good stage.
And also, would you value better?
Oh yeah, chat. By the way, if I reach 100 subs before the end of the stream, I'll be doing a Nintendo gift card giveaway. Because I made a poll. 92 people said that they own a Nintendo Switch over a PlayStation Xbox. So don't get mad at me. So I had to go to like 3 different Targets. So please make it worth it. Okay. What are our dislikes about Adventure? Big, yes. Okay. I don't like how the Sonic franchise has become a meme and disrespected because literally I hate the Sonic Team Racing animations because literally Big the Cat, he's like, ooh, Froggy merch, where is it? I need it now. Jesus.
Yeah, and they're actually selling Froggy merch this way. This is what it says normally.
Yeah.
Big as a character overall didn't even need to be in the game. And one thing that bugs me is fishing is so bad. I know. What bothers me, dude, is fish. Like, the fishing in Big Story is sometimes really hard to control. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't to this day I don't know how it works.
Yeah, like there's this
Real
where
end feature.
if the fish catches your bait, I think you have to hold back, hold B, and then it's a hit, so then you can just pull it in.
Oh yeah, by the way,
I haven't tried that in a long time.
I watched a video where he said that if you lose the fish, Big fucking commits suicide. He dies if you lose the fish.
No, if the line breaks, he fucking kills himself. Just because he broke the line.
They should have I was like reading a chat comment. They should have let Knuckles and Tails had the spin dash. The Dreamcast definitely had the Dreamcast controller definitely had more than enough buttons to be able to do that.
Real 2 buttons. Simplicity
Simplicity is key.
Froggy, buddy, where are you, Froggy?
But something I don't understand is how Tails and Knuckles can grow into a ball, but Sonic can't. I mean, sure, you can like grow into a ball out of a spin dash, but
I
I
mean,
mean, if you spin dash, it's better because
you spin dash.
You go for enemies.
I feel like Tails' keybind for a spin dash was just rolling. Same for Knuckles. They should have just had a spin dash like the classics.
it was just
What do you guys think about Knuckles' radar in Sonic Adventure 1?
I think
Bad.
it's pretty good.
Really? I think it was better than it was executed in Sonic Adventure 2, where like only it'll tell you you have to be able to radar only the first emerald, while in Sonic Adventure 1 you could radar all 3 emeralds.
I think all the emeralds getting detected at the same time is bad game design, in my opinion, because okay, I'm gonna defend myself here. So, if you think about it, the game, the level has to have a certain amount of space in it, and if the emeralds, since the emerald placements in Sonic Adventure 1 aren't very far away from each other, it makes it so if you get close to one emerald and then the 2 other emeralds are there, you can just finish the level. You don't get to experience like the level by itself, which is why I like Sonic Adventure 2's more, because it forces you to understand the level and how to go through it, so then you can get a better time and get a better score. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand that. And I could say, for example, big levels like Pumpkin Hill and Sonic Adventure 2 were definitely fun to explore with all the ghosts and stuff. That was super cool. I could see why people prefer the Sonic Adventure 2 radar system, where you have to look for one instead of just seeing like that there's 3 of them next to each other, which can make levels last to like a minute or it can go all the way up to like 5 minutes or longer even.
Yeah.
No joke. One time I beat Pumpkin Hell in SC2 with SC2 Raider. It just like in less than
Yeah, me too.
like, and that was like total luck.
Like the thing with SA2 that I prefer over SA1, purely the level design. Like it teaches you how to like explore efficiently in the SA2 compared to SA1, where like they just take a chunk of Sonic stage and then like you just explore that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't like Skydeck.
I don't like Skydeck and Knuckles' story. It's like my least favorite level.
Yeah, I don't like it in Knuckles story, but in Sonic story, I think it's a decent level, like barely playable. Like oh my,
In
it's so
Sonic's
easy.
level, Sonic's Skydeck, that part where the gravity changes, you can literally spin dash, and then you got to the goal without the
Ah
gravity
yeah,
changing. Yeah,
Mm.
spin dash
I
jump,
know.
and then you get there.
You can treat it like hard, like
Yeah.
real hard.
Okay.
But the first time I played it, I suffered for like 5 minutes.
Is that pretty much it for Sonic Adventure 1? Because I'm ready to restart the list, but with Adventure 2 stuff.
Wait. I want to say one.
Yeah, what's
Amy
up?
is fun in Adventure 1. I honestly think Amy's fun. Like, she has a different way of gaining momentum by jumping and then, like, using her hammer swing on the ground when she does her hammer flip.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I love using
I
her,
just
her
wish there
hammer
were more
flip.
outdoor levels instead of indoor.
Well, I mean, there's like a glitch where you can go into Emerald Coast, like Sonic's Emerald Coast with Amy, and that's like kind of fun to
Yeah.
explore around.
I like Amy in SC1 actually. I think he's fun to play with.
Mm.
She should have gotten more levels and probably just a
Yeah.
little bit more uh, base acceleration. Because if you accidentally like hit a wall or something, you have to start that acceleration process all over again. It's not that fun.
Yeah, I feel like she should have accelerated a little bit better.
Yeah, that's one thing I agree with. Also, one thing, have you guys ever tried out the beta for Windy Valley?
No.
The beta, oh, the beta version, no.
Yeah.
I thought it was like you can't play it.
It's actually good.
I know there was a mod.
Yeah, there is a mod that's basically
I know that the Windy Valley beta is used in the cutscene where Amy is, or Sonic is carrying Amy away from Metal Sonic in that little cutscene where she has a flashback from Sonic CD. They're running through the beta Windy Valley. I know that. So it's still in the game, because the way she would remember.
Yeah, but at its own, I love that stage. Like it's so good. Why did they cut it out from the game?
Yeah, they should have made Amy's momentum work a lot better.
They should have built around it too.
Mm-hmm.
They should have built like some puzzles, like Hot Shelter, but except the cube parts. They should have kept like platforming with barrels and other stuff like that. I think would have been really fun.
What do you guys think of what's it called? When Big the Cat, like his momentum when you have to move around the hub world with him, because he's really slow, obviously. I think it's kind of tedious to walk around with Big.
One thing I love compliment about Big is that he can climb ladders fast. Like Gamma climbs
yeah.
ladders so slow.
Oh my god, yeah, it doesn't make sense. He's a robot. He should be like freaking flying up above it. Okay, I think that's it for SA1. What do you guys think?
Yep.
Yeah?
Big Bad, Sonic Good, and Super Sonic is really cool. Those are my thoughts.
Sonic good. Play the game on Steam with the better SC.
I don't.
I
I'm too lazy to download it.
when I downloaded it, I just used the Dreamcast conversion mod on it.
Yeah, so overall my thoughts are Sonic's great, Tails is okay, Amy's good, Knuckles is okay, Gamma's okay,
Big sucks nuts.
all of the good.
Big is big.
Big can go eat make a Big Mac.
Big is a big cat.
Okay.
and he's.
And then the Supersonic story was decent. We'll go with that. Because the controls were kind of confusing on Supersonic.
Yeah.
Okay. Story wise, what do you guys think of Sonic Adventure 2 with the story?
The best in the series.
I have mixed feelings about it actually.
Yeah, me too. I have mixed feelings. Like, I don't like. One thing that really bothers me, if anyone in Sonic's world has any fucking common logic, how would they mix Shadow the Hedgehog for Sonic? Like, Sonic's blue, Shadow's black. Like, what the hell's going on here? Is everyone colorblind?
I think it's because Shadow stole the emerald in the dark. Like it was explained better in Sonic X, because it was dark and you couldn't really see him, but you could see the outlines. So
Of a hedgehog.
would think that it's Sonic because they haven't seen another hedgehog that looks so similar
No,
to
but
Sonic.
yeah, that's
Also,
the
like
point.
the supersonic, like people can assume like if Sonic can turn yellow by emeralds, why can't he turn black?
Oh, that's right. I remember someone talking about that. That's right.
Yeah, and also because probably the people only know about Sonic. I mean, sorry to say me, but I think they know that Sonic is the only hedgehog they know that is. And when they notice another hedgehog that looks similar, kind of similar to him, that is also fast, then
Yeah.
And also you could use like Chow logic, like if you beat up Chow, they're going to become evil. So like because
Not only they'll become evil, if you abuse them after becoming evil, they'll die. They'll like have an egg surround them and then they disappear and die forever. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, I think that Sonic Adventure 2 story is the best in the series because of like the growth in with characters like Tails and like Tails at the end, finding Eggman after Sonic literally died in a hostage situation. I think that was really strong of him because he never had to deal with that before. Like in Sonic Adventure 1, he had to fight Eggman, but but Tails knew that Sonic was still alive. In this situation, Sonic was literally in a shuttle and he exploded in space, so he had to, finally do what Sonic asked, and I think that's really good.
yeah,
also
I also
like
like.
I also like Eggman in this story, like so like good in this story, like against Sonic. Like he just barely loses this time because of plot devices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gerald Robotnik.
Yeah, one thing I don't like about this story is that how ridiculous it can get sometimes. Like you.
I don't.
I think the story isn't. I. I'm.
In some aspect, like for example, in the final, they go on like with 5 minutes like one, introducing like Gerald Romanic's plan. It was also so confusing personally. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
With like opening the doors.
I like Sonic Adventure 2
No,
because it
yeah.
started the "I'm gonna piss on the moon" meme. That was my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch ass motherfucker. He said his dick was this big.
Yeah.
It's actually the size of this walnut, but way smaller.
Well, I'm gonna fuck the Earth. I'm gonna take a piss on the moon.
How do you like that, Obama?
Oh my gosh.
Idiot.
Okay, so what do you guys think of voice acting? I'm happy they brought back Drummond again for Sonic, and then it wasn't it like Ryan Drummond's friend who voiced Shadow. Like he asked him to hook him up, and then his friend.
Shadow is the best.
Honestly, I don't like Shadow's voice acting in it. He sounds like a fucking an evil British man. I don't know.
No, I like how Ryan improved a lot from AC1.
Yeah, because Ryan had some more time to grow into the character. Like it's like a.
I prefer the Shadow.
You guys were talking about how Ryan did better, but it's like because he grew more into the character. For example, how Jason didn't do perfect in Sonic X Episode 1, but by the time he got to Unleashed, he was pretty much perfect. He got Sonic down to the core. He knew how he wanted to voice him and stuff like that. But I think...
Hey,
Too bad Ryan couldn't do that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm an idiot.
Especially like
So there we go. That's all I need to say.
especially like the line like when they're in the shuttle and like he goes like knock it off, Knuckles. You got crashed. This thing is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that scene was just whack.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was really funny, yeah.
When everyone begins to scream, like Sonic, Tails, and Amy.
I feel like it was supposed to be like everything overlapping each other. I think that was supposed to happen, and I'd like to think that because it's funny.
I don't think it was supposed to happen, but it's still like I don't know how to explain it, but it just kind of fits, even though it wasn't intended to be like that.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna call me really stupid right now. So for some reason, when I did my stream yesterday of Sonic Mania, I turned down the volume of my desktop audio a little bit, and I forgot to turn it up. So like no one, like they could barely hear you guys talk about Sonic Adventure 1 until I asked them. And they're like, and then I realized right now. So it wasn't until like 5 minutes ago when we started talking about Sonic Adventure 2 that they could hear you. So pretty much no one heard us discuss about Sonic Adventure 1. So I'm sorry.
Bro.
Okay, let's rewind.
I mean, we could just
can
make
you
a
guys hear me
gist.
can you guys hear me because Discord's telling me that my connection is kind of poo-poo.
No,
Right
you
now.
guys
I
are
can
fine.
hear you.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
Okay, we can do a quick gist of Sonic Adventure 1. You guys want to do that real quick because they're asking for a summary.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, story.
Sonic,
What do you
Sonic good, big bad. Let's move on.
No, the story is like it's good, but it is rough around the edges. Voice acting is good, but because of animation,
I like-
Hardware
But
features at the time.
personally, the cutscenes kind of ruined the story for me. Sadly, that's probably the main reason why I want IC1 remake.
What do you and then
Same.
quickly? What do you guys think of controls again for SA1? So we're just doing a quick summary.
I think Sonic's I like them. They're pretty great.
And according to what
Monkey.
Momentum said, Lightspeed Dash was not so good. We had to hold down the spin dash. I didn't like that.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay,
Yeah,
gameplay.
they're
Camera sucked. Other than that, levels were okay.
Sonic good, Tails
Sucks my
it's just
dick. Alright.
Sonic but platforming. Knuckles is good, but it's too easy. Amy
is too slow
could have more levels.
and too
And
slow.
Big is just well, he's a special.
Gamma inspired
Yeah,
Shadow the Hedgehog the game, so not fun. And then Supersonic Story, Supersonic controls not so well.
Gamma's cool,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, Gamma's cool. I like his story. Gamma's story is pretty nice. It almost made me tear up.
Yeah.
It was the
Wait.
perfect story,
Yeah.
actually.
The likes,
and then the cat speak the cat.
the likes is definitely voice acting. Sonic, Knuckles, and Gamma. And then dislikes camera. Sometimes the controls, and definitely sometimes it was the story itself. Like Amy's motivation kind of sucked. Like, why would she want to help a bird? And how could Robotnik know that the emerald was inside of it? How did an emerald even end up inside the bird? Like what?
Yeah, like it's such a thin pendant.
Sonic
it's
logic,
like
I
his-
guess no.
It's like the
It's because
it's like the bird keister.
it was
the
like
emerald.
his. I don't know. It was just kind of there.
Yeah, remember that cutscene in the last story where like Knuckles pulls out the Master Emerald? It's like the size of a Chaos Emerald.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's finish now. I guess we can continue with Sonic Adventure 2. That was pretty much the gist of it, chat, for Sonic Adventure 1. But okay, we were on voice acting. Let's continue with that. What did you guys think of like Amy's voice acting and Tails' voice acting with his like the little brother voicing Tails instead of the same actor?
Too childish.
Yes,
Wasn't
definitely.
any voice like by Jennifer Doolittle, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, she's pretty
yeah.
good. I think.
Yeah, she did pretty
Yeah.
good. Like when she like definitely one of my favorite lines is like, "I'll save you, but now you have to agree to marry me." He's like, "No way." I love that. Like, that was one of my favorite lines in the game.
That was really good.
I love that cutscene.
Like you see the way that Amy acts, and he's like, "Oh, I almost had you this time," but she still opens it because she's like, she's not gonna just
Yeah.
stop because Sonic doesn't want to marry her. I mean, Sega keeps
Yeah.
trying to force
Yeah.
the Sonic Amy shit, but they never make it official. Like in the Boom show, you could see it happening. Like,
But but then they canceled Boob.
And then they did
Yeah.
when Sonic was embarrassed to be the werehog in front of Amy, like they keep trying to
like,
they keep
ew.
fucking teasing us. I'm like,
Yeah.
just give us the ship already, make it official, damn.
Yeah.
I think
Why
they're gonna
not?
make a dating simulator next year.
No,
No,
that's the
God.
30th anniversary of
Yeah.
Mega Sonic.
That's what they were gonna show at SXSW, and that's what's gonna release next year.
Yeah.
It works
That's
better in
how
Japan
really
for sure.
bad.
Fuck the AC1
Dude,
remake.
I'm telling you right
I
now,
want
they
a
make a
Sonic
dating simulator for the 30th anniversary. Not only is it going to be the biggest fuck you, but I'm going to make my channel become Mario. Because at least Mario got the games right. No offense. At least within the last 10 years, some Mario games have been good. Unlike Sonic.
Sonic.
The only decent,
Sonic.
really good game that came out within the
Yeah.
last 10 years was Mania and Generations. That's about it. That's all I'm going
Yeah.
to say.
Sonic Dash.
And Colors. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't forget about Sonic Dash and Sonic 4 Episode 2. Me and
Okay.
Momentum suffered heavily, especially Sky Fortress Zone. Remember that Momentum?
And so-
Oh yeah. I fortress though.
But Force's Speed Battle, that's a good mobile game, right? Right? I mean,
Tomorrow you choose one of your girlfriend.
I play it. I have one on my phone, but I forgot about it.
Actually, thanks to Forces, I now can appreciate colors a whole lot better.
Honestly, I don't like colors just set up where like you have to press B to like boost. I don't know, I didn't like that. But I still think the
Wait.
classic controller was the best option for colors.
What?
The problem with colors is that like they map the controls after the GameCube controller for the cloud controller, so that's why B was boot.
Oh, I mean, the only way I play colors is with a Wii remote with an nunchuck. So
It's pretty good with the Wii bar and nunchuck. Yeah. Anyway, back to Sonic Adventure.
Back to voice acting.
Yes, voice acting. What do you guys think of Eggman or
Wait.
Robotnik? No, he's voiced.
Eggman's so good.
Yeah, Eggman did a
oh,
perfect
Limbo
job.
is so good.
And I loved his theme song. His theme song was so good.
Yeah,
My
I
favorite
love
part-
all Eggmans.
My favorite part about Eggman in Sonic Adventure 2 is definitely the end, where he's giving exposure to Tails on the arc about how he looked up to his grandfather, only to find out that he wanted to use them to destroy the Earth. And I think that's really good because after that, Eggman literally becomes a one-sided character that has no growth, that doesn't show any exposure. And I think that this is like the only part where we get to see his true character.
Exactly. So
You know?
like by the time we get to Unleash, you can see how evil he is when he has all these robots. He literally. What I love about
Yeah.
Unleash, what I think a bunch of people can agree, we finally get to see what Eggman Land is, and obviously, other than the fact in the level, if you actually look at like the hub world, for example, you can see that he made everything about himself. The chili dogs look like he put like he just shitted on a hot dog, but you know whatever.
Yeah. Egg dog.
Also, another thing I love about this is the Egg Dragoon fight. I like how it's not about conquering the planet and all that. It's about like killing Sonic, like it's straight there, right there.
What I don't like is stuff like where they make games like that, but then when Lost World comes around, like in 2013, he just changes the character, which is not Eggman at all. Eggman should, even if the Deadly Six betrayed him, he still should have hated Sonic regardless. As if
He should have been like a
reminds
long.
I mean,
He should have been like a
reminds me
long
of
digger.
you.
to be fair, I did like that he betrayed him at the end, or like he kind of faked betrayed him, if that makes sense. Like he faked his death.
Yeah.
So
I just hate Lost World story, man. It's so bad.
I know Lost World doesn't have a good
Especially.
story.
I wasn't fast enough
I
for
think-
my buddy.
They're gonna turn you into a robot.
Oh yeah. Tails, you could have got killed.
Ugh.
I
He
like-
sacrificed.
I like how Tails just changes his eye color from like that.
Wait, really?
Yeah. If you actually
Oh,
watch
yeah,
the cutscene,
yeah.
when he fakes being a robot for the Deadly Six, he like his. I don't know why his eye color changes. It's so weird. Like it goes from a
Yeah.
gray to like a robot to like his natural blue color of his eyes.
Yeah, and just like
I guess Sonic
in a
characters
snap.
can do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your nails? I'm sorry. You had nothing better to do with your life. Oh my god, sometimes the jokes are too good. Oh my gosh.
All right,
okay.
back to voice
back to
acting.
Sonic Adventure 2. Actually, not voice acting. I think we're done with
Okay.
that.
was
Controls.
pretty
I
good.
think that
Controls.
they got better with the Lightspeed dash, where you don't have to hold it; you just press
Yeah.
the button. I think that was way better.
But
Yeah,
One
like
thing I
Ash.
don't like.
web mapping for it, still like the bounce bracelet and spin dash button, so like you can still get killed from it.
I feel like
One thing
it would have been better
Thing I
if you
don't
just had all the upgrades
like-
immediately. I don't know. That's just me though.
I don't like is how you have to press the B button like for 2 seconds in order to spin dash. That's kind of annoying.
I don't know.
I
Like,
didn't mind it.
Wait. Are you, to hold the button to spin dash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so you
think
don't somersault. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Especially when you speedrun the game. You
Yeah.
have to have like this really weird timing, and if you mess it up, you just mess up your speed and you somersault. which
I
is
mean,
redundant.
what I don't
Which
like is that there's some levels where they hide the ability, like they hide the unique items. Like sometimes they make it super obvious, like in Pearl Harbor with the light speed dash shoes, or but like in
Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah, Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor. I just realized what I said. I just realized what I said. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just realized what I said. Okay.
I shouldn't have said it.
You should have said
Harbor
it.
from Sonic Adventure 2.
1942, December. I remember the
Yeah,
date.
I like-
December 9th, 1942. History class. Thank you, Mr. Jordan. Okay. I don't know why. Like, that's the first thing I went mad because you guys were mentioning Japanese stuff. And I was like, Japan attacked US.
Okay, no,
Okay.
that should no.
No, we're not gonna talk about this. This is like the last thing I
Okay.
want to talk about. Okay, anyways, you guys know what level I'm talking about.
Yes, Metal Harbor.
Yeah, Metal Harbor, whatever. Yeah, Pearl Harbor. Okay. I like how they made it obvious that you need to grab the Lightspeed dash shoes, but in like stages like Radical Highway, they didn't make it as obvious to get like the thing for Tails' mech to like so he could hover.
Also, you know, like there's actually like a hidden upgrade in.
Somersault would have been more enjoyable if it didn't completely stop you. What do you guys think on
Yeah,
that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bounce,
There's
the bounce
actually
that Sonic
mods
does
for
isn't too
it.
bad. I don't mind the bounce.
Bounce is good.
I kind of like.
I don't like it that the Lightspeed dash is the same button as bounce. So if you miss the Lightspeed dash, you
You'd bounce
plummet to your death
Yeah,
in like
exactly.
Crazy
yeah.
Gadget.
If you have to
and
Lightspeed dash with there.
Especially if I'm still escape.
Yeah,
to escape.
an issue with like exclusively for Sonic Adventure 2 is the electric shield because like if you have it you can't light speed dash most of the time.
I mean, you
Oh,
can. It's
yeah.
just you have to be really precise with your input.
Honestly, I don't think they should have added the elemental shield. They should have just given the normal shields because there's no point of really having them. You can't use the special ability. Like if you had the lightning shield, you couldn't double jump, for example. Like they could have said, so they could have done what they did with Unleash, where, like the homing attack, where you had to press A to jump and then like X to like homing attack, something like that to do a double jump. So like the
Yeah.
elemental shields
But
that
I
felt
think-
useless in the game.
Yeah. Oh, but I mean, it attracts rings though.
Still, like, I guess so, but it's still, like, it feels kind of useless because normally Sonic just kind of, you don't need to worry too much about rings when you're speed running a level. Because,
Also, I think that the double jump would break the levels.
that's true.
honestly.
Because if you, like,
'Cause-
panels, like, if you were to do a good panel and you double jump, you could probably skip a huge portion of the game, or, like, the level, not the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, you could do some crazy shit like with Cityscape. You know those at the start when you're with the board and
Yeah.
you can do tricks on the panels.
Yeah.
There's a certain part where if you have just the right speed without the board, you can go through the level and go right to the finish
Yeah.
line in
Oh,
like
yeah.
speed runs.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Like imagine if you had the double jump and you could just clip through like a building or something and
Everything.
just go to
Yo,
the end.
guys, Master777 joined the chat.
Oh damn.
Dang.
Oh,
We should all
The
bow
ultimate
in his gloriness. Okay, what do you guys think about the other characters? I'm not a huge fan of the mech. Because Knuckles
I
relatively
think
controlled the same, or like the treasure
Yeah.
hunter characters. They couldn't control the same.
they're
as
okay.
I think the mech is good because they optimized Gamma's levels. Because Gamma's levels, you could literally just run through stuff. And
I know,
in
but like I wanted to fly with Tails. The only time you could like really fly with Tails is like in the Chow Garden. Even then, Tails controlled better in like the Chow Garden than he did in Adventure One.
yeah. Also, you
guess
can
that's
fly
cool.
infinitely in the Chow Garden.
Also,
Yeah.
we haven't talked about the Chow Garden yet. Like in the one from the AC1.
Oh yeah. We kind of forgot the Chow
Oh, yeah.
Garden because
Watch it.
I never really went into it myself. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
I think we forgot about it because
Irrelevant.
it didn't have as much content as Sonic Adventure 2, which
yeah. Like they had the Chow races. It was just racing your Chow pretty much. You would get animals in SA1. That's really all you need to know. It's like, was there like a black market in SA1 or was that only in SA2?
no,
No,
it's
both,
SA2.
in both.
Wait,
no,
both?
I think it was in both. Let me search.
I know because there was the Chow school. You gotta do sports with your Chow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there was also like the Hero and Dark Chow Garden.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
was so good.
And then there was like a Chaos
This
Chow
Dark
or something
Chow
like
Garden
that.
was so weird.
I like how
Man,
in the story they did try to connect the Chow to the story with like them being like Chaos wanting to protect Chow or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Makes sense.
Chaos was a Mosaic Chow, what I think.
I'm thinking of something.
But
Chaos only became
I
perfect
think that
Chaos
Chow Garden-
after
yeah.
collecting all the 7 Chaos Emeralds, right?
yes,
Then how did Sonic become Super Sonic?
supersonic speed.
No, I just thought that like does he get the emeralds back or?
Wait, the Chaos gets the emeralds back, or what are you saying?
No, like Chaos only becomes perfect Chaos because he absorbs all 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Yes.
But if he has the Chaos
only
Emeralds, how does
absorbs
Sonic become
negative
Super
energy.
Sonic?
Chaos only became perfect Chaos by absorbing the negative energy from the Chaos Emeralds, and then Sonic gathered all the positive energy.
Oh, okay. Okay, more sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more
Yeah,
sense.
and then after that, I guess the Chaos Emeralds went flying, because that's usually what happens after Supersonic boss fights.
I mean, look at Unleashed. Become Super Sonic. Emeralds are unknown to be known. They don't know where they are.
I mean, they
Content
were
variations.
literally just at the Gaia places,
No, you
Gaia
had to go
temples,
to the Gaia temples.
just sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, but that's only because he had to defeat a huge Gaia monster too. Like, for example, in Chunan, he had to defeat the Dark Gaia Phoenix before he could enter. So, like, any normal average Joe would have to fight a Dark Gaia enemy before they could enter the temple. And some things I like.
Honestly,
No, I was gonna say that all I like is you could explore the Gaia temples in like the PS2 and Wii version of Unleashed.
I haven't played that version.
I mean,
I have
that's
that version on
there's
your
some
page.
things that it does better than Unleashed on HD, the HD ports, or whatever you want to call them. Strike.
I think they should have done it for the HD game, but maybe they didn't do it because maybe they thought there were already too many hubbles in the game. Maybe.
Yeah, that's one
Yeah.
thing. Like, did you guys like or not like that they got rid of hub worlds in SA2 because it was just level to level to level to level cutscene level.
I like it.
I don't really mind.
I
it.
don't
Yeah, because I like you guys said before. Most of us weren't like between the 4 of us. Most of us weren't a huge fan out of the hub worlds in SA1.
Yeah.
I think it just puts a lot more focus in the story than, I guess, free will. But you already get the Chow Garden where you can do really anything you want with your Chow. So there's not much point for a hub world since you can do Chow Garden. You can do different missions for each level. You can do kart racing. You can do 2-player battles. You don't really need the hub world.
The battle DLC was really fun, especially if you're gonna be playing with your friend or two. It's definitely the perfect game mode. In my opinion, I think it's the perfect multiplayer Sonic game you can play because. Like even Mania doesn't do it that well. I think 2 Battle has the best multiplayer.
I haven't
Yes.
played. I haven't played with anyone like with the multiplayer mode, so I can't. I can.
I mean, if J-Dub was in this call though, he'd be saying, "Oh, but Sonic Adventure 2 doesn't do this right. Well, Sonic 2 gets this right. He's just gonna start. Cause he's a classic. He's a classic fan.
He's a classic cock.
He's a classic cuck. That's right.
Yeah.
Are you guys? What would you guys refer to yourself as? Like, would you guys say you like the modern games, the Dreamcast era games, or the classic games? What do you guys think?
Dreamcast, but I also really like Sonic 2, and that's about it.
I only like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That's my only classic game I like.
I played a bit of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but I didn't see the appeal.
I'd say
Honestly.
like I'm probably Dark Ages because I like Heroes 06 and
Yeah, I would say I'm Dark Ages stan too. What do you guys? Someone in the chat said, why did they decide to make the battle content DLC in the releases, even though they're clearly teasing you the Chow Karate?
Maybe because more
Yeah. Also, I think that
Practical.
it's to unlock the costumes, because to unlock the costumes in the original version, it was really hard. I'm pretty sure you had to get like all A ranks in their own stages. So if you wanted the Sonic costume, you needed to get all A ranks in all the Sonic stages and all the missions. So they made it more streamlined, so then people can just pick up and play, which I think is good. Although I don't like the cutscenes very much in the battle version.
Yeah, me neither. Welcome, Searchbox. What do you guys prefer
Okay, so-
the Dreamcast versions of the adventure games or the PC re-releases?
Oh, the
PC
PC release.
releases.
I mean, it depends if you have
I think
mods
Sonic
or
Adventure
not.
1. I think the Dreamcast version was better for the first one, and like the two battles definitely I think was way better in PC. Or maybe it was just
Yeah.
like the graphics, the models, stuff like that. Just like sound effects from the Dreamcast were better.
and also
Yeah.
widescreen.
Because I was watching a
I don't
video.
know why SA1 couldn't do white.
I don't see the.
Wait,
I didn't see the purpose of them making SADX have different models. They could just use the same models.
Sure.
They could
But
just
they
maybe
did-
upscale
but
them.
they did it.
What do you guys what was your
Gameplay.
guys' favorite level? Yeah, because we're getting to gameplay. What was your guys' favorite level of Sonic Adventure?
Oh wait.
Final
Um,
Rush.
Between Cityscape,
City Escape?
I have multiple.
Okay, if you had to pick
It's
one.
Green
though.
Forest, Metal Harbor, Pyramid Cave, Lost Colony, and Final Rush.
Okay, if I was
yeah, I
gonna
love
pick
Pyramid
just like the speed
Especially
stages
for-
or like Sonic and
Also,
Shadow,
wait.
I would say.
do you guys really hear me? Because Discord won't stop like telling me that. Like,
No,
like,
you're fine,
that
you're fine.
No one hearing me, you know.
Yeah, you're fine, man.
So
Yeah,
okay,
if I
what?
had to pick, I would say I like Green Forest, and then Radical Highway for Shadow.
Oh yeah, that's a really good stage.
That was one.
I
of
don't
my
get to
favorites.
play much though.
I like
I really like
what was your favorite treasure hunting stage?
Pumpkin Hill.
I'd say
Pumpkin Hill. I'm sorry, I love Pumpkin
I
Hill.
think we can agree on Hill.
What's the first Knuckles level? I think it was
It was like that
one-
level with the desert.
Wad Canyon. Yes,
Yeah.
that's my favorite.
yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That was the even though it was the first, it was the easiest. I like Pumpkin Hill. It was more open. I love the song. You know, I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down Pumpkin Hill.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the song. The music is amazing. in
Like,
that
I wa-
too.
Wad Canyon is I think it's the perfect Knuckles stage because it's not too big, but you get to experiment with Knuckles' mechanics like climbing, gliding, wind
Could you say the
effects.
same for Rouge?
You get to
Yeah. It's the only Knuckles stage I put in.
which one?
Would you say the same is for
Like,
Rouge?
well, kind
Oh yeah, Wad
the
Canyon
ones
stage.
go from this to no.
No,
No.
I
I hate
I
Death,
think it's
Death Chamber.
Death Chamber sucks. Death Chamber is like the worst, and then the second worst is Mad Space. Rouge.
Yeah, Mass Place for Rouge.
Yeah.
Or I like the music though. The music is
The music's good, but you get to listen to it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 hours, no.
10 hours, 10-hour levels.
So
Now,
I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, you're not
My
wrong.
least
if you
favorite
say that.
level is Mad Space in Knuckles. I hate that level.
Yeah, Rouge.
I actually mind Meteor Herd because there's no gravity.
I know.
Yeah, Meteor Herd's good.
I don't like it because last time
Yeah,
I played
Knuckles
it,
final
it took me
stage
like almost
is
30
good.
minutes
It's
to beat that
not
level.
good, but
I feel like it
I
should
feel
not
like-
have, but it did.
What about best mech stint? I'd probably say Lost. Final level for Eggman.
Yeah, that's a really good
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah.
yeah, with the gravity thing.
I could
like,
say I like Ride of
Yeah.
a Highway
Yeah.
for Tails.
yeah,
Tails
that's
had a
so good.
level.
That's one. So
But I like Lost Colony because of the music. It's just actually my favorite soundtrack.
But yeah,
in
I
the
can
whole game,
agree
Lost Colony.
that Security Hall was pretty good.
Yeah.
I just no. I like the next stage from Tails where you go to the bridge, the bridge one. What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know you're
Um,
talking
I don't
about.
gate. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a good
but
level.
then the music from that stage is just so.
What do you guys think about the boss fights, or like rival fights, kind of like between Shadow and
Like,
Sonic?
I love SNK's boss fights. They're simple, but they're really fun.
Like when they have their first encounter in Green Forest, that was definitely one of my favorite stages.
Yeah. Oh, they muted.
It's okay. I don't know if they're trying to like fix their mic probably. What do you think about the final encounter between Shadow and Sonic, where he's like, where he says he delivers the line, what you see is what you get, just a guy who loves adventure. Like that encounter.
I think that describes Sonic very well.
Exactly,
Honestly,
yeah.
he's
Especially the way
a
that Ryan
guy
says
that loves
it.
adventure.
The way that Ryan says it, it's
I love that.
great. Ryan overall
And,
delivered his lines really well, especially because he grew into the character.
Yeah. I really like that the rivalry between Sonic and Shadow. I think Sonic having someone that has the same kind of power as him to rival him is really good because you get to see him overcome this challenge. The same with Tails versus Eggman and Knuckles versus Rouge, where they have a match and they have to work together or by themselves and grow as a character. I think that's really good.
Yeah, and then speaking of like the Ryan Drummond, have you guys seen that video where this guy went to like a restaurant with Ryan Drummond and he still did the voice perfectly well?
Oh, yeah, I think.
Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
stuff
I
like
miss him
that
so
where
much.
the voice actors can't forget their experiences. Like there was an interview with Jason Griffith in 2016. I posted a clip of him saying like, if someone asks you to deliver a Sonic line, that's no good. He still did the voice extremely well. He can still do his Shadow voice well. It shows you that these voice actors, let's say if Roger got replaced, I guarantee you Roger could still do his Sonic voice. I don't know how many people would ask him to do it though. No offense.
Yeah.
I know Jason and Ryan love
People would rather ask him for his Batman.
definitely. Batman. I don't know why.
Like,
think
like,
what-
Jason Griffith's
Have
Shadow
you
is
guys ever
pretty
seen
much
the
that.
series how it should have ended for like movies? Have you guys seen that?
Wait, which?
Have you seen the series how it should have ended? Like these people like animate a movie and how it should have ended, and they have this
Yeah,
huge
I've
meme
seen-
where Batman's
I've
always saying "Because I'm Batman" with like every line. It's kind of stupid. All right, what are some of the likes and dislikes of Sonic Adventure 2?
I like everything except Knuckles levels.
Yeah, I could.
I
I would say
I don't
everything
like
but the
Knuckles
mech
and
stages. I don't know. I wasn't too big of a fan of the mech stages, and Chow Garden never appealed to me because I don't know. It's games like Animal Crossing that don't appeal to me. It's like slow games like that, slower paced.
it's
Yeah,
it's
honestly,
weird. I love Animal Crossing, but I don't really like the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's like I enjoy everything about SA2 except like the Chow Garden. Like I tried it, but like it just doesn't appeal to me to play.
Like I'd rather download a save file from the internet instead of freaking getting all the emblems from like the Chow Garden. That's what I do with
You
the
have to
games.
grind. You have to grind super hard in order to to
Yeah, in order to do anything, like in order to get all the emblems, you have to grind out the Chow Garden, and sometimes not everybody wants to do that, you know.
yeah. I've never fully been in
Oh,
SL2
Skyrail, that was another
100%.
good level for Shadow. Skyrails.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
I think every shadow level is good except Final Chase. Final Chase
Chase.
was
Final
yeah.
Chase sucks.
What do you guys think about the that boss fight that Shadow had in the final story? I don't remember the enemy's name, but like
Oh
he
yeah,
had his own
Final
personal boss
Lizard
fight.
is so underrated. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they brought it back in Generations, if I'm correct, right?
Usually
Yes.
3DS, I think.
Wait, why was Sonic fighting it though? That doesn't really make sense.
I mean, he also plays
it's,
through.
it's generations. They don't try to.
Generations has no story. Come on, guys.
That's true. Come on, guys, we already know
Sorry.
better. Past
Yeah,
2010, games didn't have a story. It's all about the gameplay. It's all about the jokes. It's all about speed. Speed is key.
It's all about Molly McNo.
Yeah, it's all about Baldy McNosehair and Mr. Needlemouse.
It's about the side missions,
Oh,
like the Amy side mission, the
Of
Knuckles
course.
side mission.
of course.
You know,
It's all about the
Rouge
you can
side
only
mission.
play as Sonic because that's the only character you're allowed to play as. You can play as an alternate version of Sonic, but that's about it. It's only the classics that really let you play as anything else. Because you think about between the 2010s, Mania was the only game where you could play as anything other than Sonic, and so that goes for Forces. But you only get to play as the customizable character in Classic Sonic and Sonic. So,
And Sa-
And Black
and
Sonic.
your OC.
oh yeah, original the character. You already know Jesus the Hedgehog, do not steal. I heard that because
Oh.
you always see Sonic running on water, and you know. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm gonna shut my mouth. Okay.
All right. What do you guys dislike about?
Oh, yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
the camera got a little bit better, but it was like they put a band-aid on it.
Yeah. And also, I don't
The
like
parts
how
of the-
linear the Sonic stages are. It's
Mm.
kind of a devolution of SE1's levels instead of an evolution.
I mean, that's true. Like, here, I kind of agree with you, Maddie. The levels are kind of lenient. Like, if you look at Emerald Coast, for example, there was a whole extra section, the level like at the midpoint, where you would go through this kind of
Yeah,
like
I love
forest
Emerald
area. Like, you go through, you have the beach area, and then you go to this forest area, and then you come back out to the beach area. I like stuff like that. While levels
Yeah.
in Adventure 2, I still prefer Adventure 2's physics and the way it controls, but levels are a little bit more lenient, especially like stages like City Escape.
Not as
Yeah,
many-
if I could explain it, I mean, if I could explain it, I think they're good at their own. They're good stages, but it won't be like my ideal for this Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had the worst fight ever. Imagine City Escape, but in Forces.
Oh god, please.
Oh
don't.
no.
Oh no. Sunset Heights, by the way.
Oh no.
When Gens versus Shadow fight, Sonic Special was saying meteorites, not using Sonic Winds or something similar, but Shadow still has Chaos Spear. Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, I don't like the Gens fight for Sonic versus Shadow. It's just like
It feels
just
weird.
boosting. It's literally forces.
Yeah, it's just forces. I like the concept. Like, what if they recreated the Chaos Zero fight in Forces, but like with classic Sonic? So I mean, that probably could have been cool. Like the first
Yeah,
ever
but
they
fight.
did. Because they were like,
They
I mean-
literally just used Chaos as a cash grab. Let's be for real. We all thought Chaos was gonna be in the game, but
Yeah.
he was in one cutscene, but that's it.
I think he was
Yeah.
supposed to have a fight,
Chaos.
but they spent way too long on this Hedgehog engine, and then they only had 1.5 years to make a Sonic
Yeah.
game with classic Sonic and OC the character. So
Classic Sonic didn't
With-
be in the game still. That still bugs me till this day. Classic Sonic should have
It's
been
still-
in the game. Because in the same year, they had Sonic Mania, which was all about the classics. There was no need for nostalgia. Sonic Forces should have
Yeah.
had all original levels. All original. No Green Hill, no Chemical Plant, and no Wisps. It literally defies the Colors story of helping the aliens.
Like how dare they like bring us this classic Sonic after Mania, like
Sonic is
less
Sega,
than a
and
year after.
Sega's marketing. Shh, tell me the truth right there.
Also, the worst explanation for wisps to be in forces is that at the end of Colors, the wisps were like, "Oh, this world is pretty cool," and then they just stayed.
That's the most
Yeah.
bullshit thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, I don't like that
what's the point
at
of
all.
Colors then if they're just gonna be like,
Adventure
oh, I like this world better?
Wait, so if wisps are still in the Sonic world, that means there's not gonna be any more adventure games because they're still gonna use wisps to do stuff. So
I swear,
It's still
if they
gonna have
use
wisps.
Honestly-
wisps in the FC1 remake,
You know, since we're talking about adventure, how would you guys react if they made a whole new Sonic Adventure 3, all 3D? I would get pissed if they put any 2D sections in a Sonic Adventure 3. If they made
yeah,
one.
I would
Yeah.
hate it.
Like, I would say,
Yeah, I would
how
hate
dare
it.
you put Adventure, name it Adventure 3? Like, if they do the same bullshit they did with Sonic 4, where it's supposed to be a continuation, but it felt nothing like the classics, if they make an Adventure 3, trust me, Sega's gonna get fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, they better
Yeah.
make it feel and look just like the Adventure 2 games, but obviously better graphics. And please
Yeah,
God,
with
no
the head-
soap shoes. I don't like the soap shoes. I don't even know what was the point of that. It was like some marketing
What?
thing. Because
What?
you know what they
It
say,
was too
Sonic is
like,
Sega
But they're
and
so
Sega's
cool.
marketing. No, they're
It was-
not.
I like them without.
I love Sonic's like Santa Claus Michael Jackson shoes. They're so cool and they're so iconic. How could you get rid of them? Even in the beta, they were originally planned to be used Sonic's original shoes, but whoop-de-doo, they got replaced
Okay,
with soap
well,
shoes.
the reason for the soap shoes was because of the grind rails. They wanted Sonic to have shoes with a grinding technique. That's why they made a deal with soap.
If that was the logic, then why didn't they just do that for the rest of the games? Think about Unleashed. He could grind perfectly well with his normal iconic shoes. Same for Generations. Same for Forces. Like, I don't
Yeah,
But
but
still,
that was like their mentality at that time for adding grind rails.
That's true.
I still think that the soap shoes look cool without Apu.
I think the best Sonic
Yeah.
shoes that they ever made though was the Sonic Puma shoes. You guys know that one? Those are my favorite shoes.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
I love.
Why do they not sell it? That would give them
Yeah.
so much money.
Oh, trust
It's
me,
so
I'm wearing
dumb.
Sonic shoes to school, bro.
Like,
Yeah, it's like, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
You know what's also dumb? Like their
I would
Sonic
buy
and Jack in the Box deal. Why didn't they do it with Sonic, the restaurant?
that's
Like-
true. I want the Sega Sonic popcorn shop now.
they should do Sonic like they did with Kirby, and they open like a Kirby coffee shop in Japan. I feel like they should absolutely sell out on Sonic, and once they have enough money, they gather all that money and then just put it into making a good game. Like they should just like
No.
sell comics, sell everything, so then they can get their shit right, you know?
One thing I can hand to
I really
Forces,
hope they-
though, about 3D is that they
I
had
really
one
hope the
level-
movie success. I really hope the movie success helps with development of future Sonic games. You know, to maybe the movie has to convince Sega to give Sonic Team a higher.
Okay. What I was gonna say was that Sonic Forces had one fully 3D stage, which I gotta give them props for. No other game has done that within the last 10 years. 15 years, actually.
Just claps. Claps in the chat.
Yeah, claps in the chat, guys. Sonic Forces got something right. Other than that, music's okay. Physics shut.
I don't
Shit.
like the music.
Music? Oh, I thought you were talking about music in Sonic Adventure 2 being bad. I was
No.
about
I
to
would
start
not
a tantrum.
at Adventure. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna make a tantrum to myself if I said that.
Like, yeah, speaking of the OSTs, what are your opinions on both of them? Like,
I love
think
the music.
SO1
I love how
is
each
great,
character has
but
their own theme
SO2
song. Like how Knuckles is he has a rap song because like he's characterized as black. You know, like he's characterized as like a black character. I don't mind that because he listens to rap and stuff. Like
I
that
really
all the
liked
time
it.
because-
Knuckles is black.
No, I'm not saying
The
he is
first
black.
time
No, I'm
Knuckles
not
ever
saying
became-
he is black, but he's been characterized as like a black person. Like in Steven Universe, Bismuth is characterized black, kind of something like that. Welcome, Matthew.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I like that. Or they have
want
like
Knuckles to say
Amy
the
listening
N-word.
to like really girly music, like with that vocals going, you know, that. I don't know. I can't do it, but each character has their own theme song, and I like that about each character.
Yeah,
What do you guys
I
think
actually
about
prefer
wall jumping?
SC2 post over the from SC1.
Guys,
No.
someone asked, what do you guys think of wall jumping in Sonic games? Specifically the triangle
The
jumps.
I prefer triangle jump because it was done better. But if they somehow use it well, because I don't think they ever used it well, other than maybe Generations, because it was just kind of a thing that you do and then you forget about it.
Well,
Like
I mean,
you don't.
Unleashed.
They-
I feel
they
like Unleashed
didn't
also did it
really-
right. Like they didn't need that whole black panel thing on the wall for you to wall jump in Unleashed. You could just wall jump on a wall like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because in Generations you need
I
to
love
see
I love
that
I
black
love
thing.
how it feels in Unleashed.
Honestly, I think Unleashed did wall jumping the best. Generations kind of just made it quicker, in my opinion. That's it.
Yeah.
Because in the Egg Dragoon fight in Generations, it was heavily implied you needed to wall jump.
And I think in Forces only the Avatar is able to do wall jump in just one step.
They gave
Yeah.
most of Sonic's features to the original character. Think about it. He got the light speed dash. He got
Yeah.
the wall jump. He got the drift, even though you couldn't do the drift. Like he did a drift.
Yeah.
They
In
gave
the-
most of
in
Sonic's
one state.
abilities to the original character, which is stupid.
Yeah, but it didn't give him as
I just thought about it. What if they kind of made an idea from Generations, like make the original character all 3D? That would have been amazing. Think about that.
yeah. It should have been like this. A classic Sonic full 2D. Modern Sonic a mix between 2D and 3D, and Avatar dash.
Full 3D. That would have been perfect.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah,
liked
but
the
no.
game a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Because they
You
did
ever
like.
wondered
But-
how
Most
Sonic
people know that
would
Ryan
have
Drummond was originally planned to come back as Sonic for Generations, but it was like a
Yeah,
really
I
bad
know.
deal or something like that, and so he refused the deal.
And in color.
It's a shame.
wait. What if the boost was just like a single use certain use burst of speed, like free, like instead of a continuous stream of boost, you just had one boost, and you had to like collect a certain item to get it, so you don't completely rely on it.
That's true. So it's gonna be something like have you guys played Sonic World, like the DX version, the anniversary demo?
No.
Oh, well, they have something. They actually do something like that, like where they'll give you a boost meter, but it does not charge on rings. It doesn't charge on anything. You can have a boost, but like you can only use it like a little bit. It goes down quickly, where you're not as heavily reliant on the boost. And I like something like.
I feel like it should be
it should have been like that.
like next to spin dash, where spin dash is like the normal way to get speed, but if you use the boost you can use it in the air, but it's just one burst of speed.
Yeah, like kind of like a Sonic Wind or something from like what they did in
Yeah.
Heroes.
Like they should be together, working together, but boost just completely overshadows over spin dash by just holding that boost button, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like
I
it.
love
They were-
Unleashed to death, but like, I can see where people are just saying it's boost to win pretty much nowadays.
Yeah. Especially in Force.
Even in Forces, yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
Boss fights are kind of a joke now. Like I said, I replayed Forces recently. The boss fight's a joke. So
Yeah.
I love the final boss, like the true story final boss in Sonic Adventure 2. Amazing. I loved it, and I love that like emotional moment where Shadow remembers everything about Maria because of Amy, and then
Yeah.
Maria's caring about the humans on Earth, and so Shadow sacrifices himself. What do you guys think about that?
Shadow should have stayed dead after Adventure 2.
Honestly, they should have,
Yeah.
but you know what it is? Sonic is Sega, and Sega is marketing, so they brought his ass back in Heroes because of money. Because other than
Yeah.
Knuckles,
They
Shadow is the most
should
popular
have done
character.
the same as.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about for Sonic Adventure 2?
Uh,
I mean, I think we've gone over pretty much most of it.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, someone in chat said, what if the boost
Kart
speed was
racing.
built up by gradually building up and maintaining speed? What was if that's how the boost was built up?
that would be good. Like if it, oh, what if it was like CD, where you have to get speed and
then you time travel.
you press the button, and then you get even more speed, but you have to keep up that speed.
What if it was like in advance?
Like, okay,
Oh yeah.
I like that idea. Episode Shadow was
do you
kind
mean?
of a treat, but then it was way too short. Yeah, it was like 3 levels. I don't like how they made green helmet
Sure.
the levels for
I don't
Shadow.
like how you can play with Shadow in it.
Yeah.
I think they did that because of the quick time events and like
Oh, the spin dash could be used to fill up the boost meter with that concept then.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Okay, so they want us. Okay, so there's some questions in the chat. How would you guys think the next special stages, like if they add? Because nowadays we don't really have special stages. But if they were, how would you make the next special stages for the next Sonic game?
Make a mania.
Make
Really?
them Sonic Colors, I think.
I like
from
the
Wii,
balloon idea from like Heroes.
where you
like,
collect the
boost.
emeralds, and you can just use them in the normal stages.
I mean, I kind
Make
of like what
them,
they did in Heroes with like the balloons.
Sonic Lost.
You know, like you boost with the balloons and then you
Oh yeah,
catch
make
up to
them
the
Sonic
emeralds.
Lost World 3DS.
Wait, 3DS.
I don't
had
know how that
special
works.
stages? I've never played Lost World 3DS.
Yeah, I mean that was
Basically,
actually a joke
you
because I heard.
You guys remember Sonic Lost World, where in one of the special stages, the last few stages, it's a tornado stage, and it plays the Adventure 2 main theme for Tails.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite tornado level, like just
Yeah,
from the
same.
theme alone.
Talk about that. So apparently it's called the barrier break from Heroes. This is basically instead of boosting, you would try to keep up your momentum and would not be losing it until the gauge dies out. So pretty much you would be getting a boost as you kept up your momentum. So there was no boost meter. You would just kind of get it as while you like run. That's pretty much a good idea. Instead of that people were just saying it's boost to win. It's more about like speed, which is Sonic is about. Speed was supposed to be a reward, while nowadays you have like a speed booster in every 5 seconds. Like that's what I can think the classics got right, which no game has gotten right within the last 20 years, was that speed needs to be a reward, while they're just giving speed out like it's free candy.
I think the only game that has done
Even Mania, dude.
yeah.
Even Mania.
Sonic Utopia, yeah. It's not even a main Sonic game.
You're not even a main Sonic game.
It's good though.
I mean,
Yeah,
guess
I
so.
love
Most
it.
people are not used.
What do you
to
guys
those
think about
from,
kart racing in Sonic Adventure 2?
like Tails and Rouge.
No
controller.
opinion.
I honestly I didn't like the controls. It kind of felt wonky, to the point where like even F-Zero could have done better. But I guess
I will describe them.
all I'm gonna say is that Sega All Stars Racing got kart racing right. I guess for Sonic, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think it was really interesting how they did the drift, because for you to drift, you had to let go of the accelerate button and then press it again. So then you were at a different mode where you could go around
That seems really confusing.
corners
like,
easily.
Because there was buttons on like the back of the controller, so I don't see why they could have just made it to like a trigger button to drift.
But it's more dynamic, you know. And if they had more, like if they actually had items like Mario Kart, I think it would have been a lot more fun.
I mean, there were games like Sega All Stars Racing Transformed. I love that game personally. I think that was the GOAT. That was a really good Sonic game, or for racing, obviously. That was really good. I enjoyed that one.
I've only played the first one.
I played both. I preferred the first one.
Yeah, me too. Transformed is
Because,
not bad, though, by any means. Transformed is still good in my opinion. I didn't say it's bad.
Yeah. The first one was, I think it was more fun because of the special moves, the ultimate moves, whatever they were called.
Oh yeah, it's like you got
made
an
more
all-star-
sense with the
all-star
character.
mode. You get a star.
And like in the first game, Sonic turned super, and in the second game, he just had rings around him, which
like he would just
doesn't
keep
make too
putting
much
his
sense.
arm up constantly, and it's like yeah, and then rings would just go around. But like I liked how they had stuff like Super Sonic, or like for Tails, he would just his boost would turn purple or something like that, and his card.
Yeah.
All right, but
Yeah.
wait, continue.
One comment I want to make. One comment I want to make on like Adventure 2's kart racing is like, Rouge's kart looks like a dick.
That's the comment you had to make. Okay. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for the podcast because we talked about both games and we followed our list of things I like to talk about. So, thank you guys for joining me on this podcast. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat, for everyone who
You're
came out to come watch. It was really greatly appreciated. Again, when I reach 100 subs, I am doing a Nintendo gift card giveaway, so stick around for that if you really want to. Please check out all three of these guys' stuff. It's in the description of this stream, especially Momentum. He's doing Mega Man shit, I don't know. And then follow Matti and SonicM on Twitter. They're awesome.
I thought you said.
I mean, I just put what you guys said. You guys wanted your Twitter, so like I just followed you guys. But again, thank you boys for coming out and helping me with the podcast. And that's it. So thank you everyone.
So
Hey,
See
follow
you.
my Twitter for funny Sonic and Smash content.
Yes, Smash content.
follow my Twitter.
I also
for
talk
retarded-
about how Eggman doesn't have eyebrows and other stuff like that.
Yeah, and how big has no
That's
nipples.
pretty interesting.
But thank you guys for watching, and I will see
But
you
yeah,
guys
fo-
in the next
fo-
one.